What is going on, guys? Welcome to Capture the Frag, your number one source for all shooter gaming news. I am your host, Blue Monkey, and in this week's news, over 500,000 banned for cheating in Call of Duty Warzone, when to expect Call of Duty Season 4, a new Ghostrunner title is officially in development, and 22 minutes of footage has been leaked of Ubisoft's new free-to-play Division title, the Division Heartlands. Let's get into it. With Call of Duty Warzone and Black Ops Cold War Season 3 Battle Pass drawing to a close on June 16th, fans are wondering when exactly the next season will begin. Now, it's possible that there will be some type of buffer event between seasons, but as of now, nothing like that has been announced. Suffice it to say, Season 4 should be coming to your screen mid to late June. As for the theme of the season, that too has yet to be announced, but if you remember, just before Season 3 launched, Activision put out quite a few teasers hinting at nuclear events, changing the landscape of the game, and that is exactly what ended up happening. So keep your eyelids peeled for teasers to start being dropped within the month. Speaking of Call of Duty, Warzone co-developer Raven Software has recently revealed that over 500,000 quote malicious accounts have been banned since the game's debut. Wow. That is an insane amount, but I mean, it's no secret that Warzone has been riddled with cheaters for some time now. According to IGN, they say this is another step in the efforts by the teams behind Call of Duty to curb this cheating epidemic. Last month, the team shared an update as to how it was planning on combating these cheaters, including issuing bans 7 days a week, tackling the commercial market of cheat providers and resellers, and stopping cheaters from moving to alternate accounts. We saw something similar a year or so back with Bungie filing a lawsuit against the makers of cheat software designed for Destiny 2, and I'm shocked to say that this was actually a controversial topic, with players getting enraged that Bungie didn't just make their anti-cheat software better. But, I mean, no matter how you look at it, cheat software makers are making a profit by abusing game designers' work and breaking their terms of service. In my mind, they have every right to sue, but let me know what you think down below. Long story short though, we're hoping to see less and less cheaters in Warzone as we head into the future. But breaking away from Call of Duty, 505 Games have announced that a new Ghostrunner sequel is currently in the works. Ghostrunner, for those who don't know, is a fast-paced, cyberpunk-themed, wall-running, jump-puzzling, first-person action game that is, in my opinion, a straightforward but insanely good time. And while this isn't technically a shooter, I thought it deserved a mention because not only does it fit into the same category as most shooters, first-person action, but also just because I think this game deserved much more attention than it got. It's super fun. It reminds me a lot of Black Ops 3's arcade mode, where it was just a series of jumping and wall-running puzzles, and I love games like this. Just a video game-ass video game, you know what I mean? Like, if you just want to play a video game, really just to get the feeling of playing a video game, this is right up your alley. Plus, I've always been a fan of smooth movement mechanics. I don't think I've put Titanfall 2 down since it launched. And something about retrying and perfecting a run of a level is just so satisfying for me, especially with the shooter market being predominantly focused on online multiplayer right now. It's just nice to compete with yourself sometimes. But getting back to the point, 505 reports that it is doubling the budget for the game's sequel, this time investing $6 million USD for the game's production. Now, for the company and for the game, that's huge. But to put this in perspective, according to Kotaku.com, the average AAA title has a development budget of over $50 million, not including the marketing budget, which is usually much larger. Now, this all sounds amazing. And if Ghostrunner sequel is twice as good as the original as the budget suggests, count me in as excited. My only worry is about the game's potential price. I think the $30 price point set on Ghostrunner 1 was perfect for what you got, and even if the sequel is bigger and badder, it will likely be just as linear and straightforward as its predecessor. Not that that's a bad thing, at all, but putting a $60 price tag on it would be. And for fans of the Division games, as you may know, Ubisoft recently switched to a free-to-play business model across the board. And that definitely applies to the new Division game, the Division Heartlands. What you may not know yet, although it's exploding all over the internet right now, is that 22 minutes of footage from the game has been leaked via a closed test. Now, the recording quality is pretty bad, but we do get a peek at the UI, as well as the general gameplay feel and menu navigation. And at this point, judging by the footage we have here, the game still seems pretty unpolished. Enemy health bars seem to bug out, as well as the enemies themselves. They seem to lag around a bit. The movement mechanics look pretty solid though. Unsurprisingly, the Division 2's movement was very fluid for a cover shooter. Really similar in aesthetic to the Division 2 as well. Maybe a little more drab, but that could just be due to the capture quality and the fact that it's a cloudy day in game. Hopefully it's not all overcast, because I personally loved the way the Division 2 looked. As far as the free-to-play business model, as long as the in-game marketplace is cosmetic only, and the battle pass is reasonable as far as the balancing of rewards, I'll probably be okay with it. But I mean, is that ever how it goes at first? This will be the make or break point for the game, and I hope to God that Ubisoft gets this right the first time for their sake. Now I'm thinking here that Ubisoft is looking over at Bungie and seeing the massive success that Destiny 2 is having with a free-to-play business model. But here's the thing. The Division will never have as big of a following as Destiny, and Destiny started out not free-to-play, right? And the production quality for Destiny 2 is off the charts. It's really well polished. The graphics are great. The way the game feels, the minute-to-minute gameplay is just absolutely on point. Not to say that Bungie haven't had their failings in the past with Destiny 2, or even in the present, right? But just all in all, I'm just wondering if the Division going this route is going to see as much success as Destiny did, and in my opinion, I don't think it will. But we'll see. Some of these free-to-play games that come out are really well polished and play really well, so I guess we'll just have to see. I will keep you guys updated on this, don't worry about that. But let me know what you think of this week's news down below, and I promise I will get back to you as soon as humanly possible. As always, everything mentioned in the video will be linked down below if you'd like to investigate further. This has been Capture the Frag. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. Peace.